Welcome to the ClassMonitor's YouTube channel. We know that parenthood requires tremendous effort, which is why it can be both challenging and wonderful at the same time. As a parent, you want your child to have the best, which decision can be a lot to make. So, here we are to assist you on that journey. Today, through this video, we want to help the parents decide what they should give their child. There are 7 kinds of dangerous foods that a parent should never let their child have. So, keep watching. It is no surprise that a nutritional diet is an absolute essential for the mental and physical well-being of a child. As a parent, you might want to cook your kids a good meal, and you might also let them try all kinds of different foods. But you need to be aware of the foods that do not sit well with their gut or their body type. So, here is a list of 7 potentially dangerous items that you might be feeding your child unknowingly. The first is raw milk. Milk is an absolute necessity for children, but we seldom do not pasteurize milk, considering that we are preserving the enzymes and other components in it. But did you know that the newborn children are more susceptible to diseases due to their weakened immune systems? Well, unpasteurized milk can transmit a lot of foodborne illnesses, making your child ill. And thus, raw milk should not be given to any child under the age of 12. The second is sugar. Sugar should not be introduced in your child's diet until they're 1. This is because sugar can affect their appetite and influence their dietary patterns. They might also refuse breast milk because of personal taste and preferences, which is not advisable at all. And thus, delaying the introduction of sugar in your child's diet can only add to your benefits. When your child turns 1, it is advisable that you start with the more natural sugars and then move on to the refined ones. For example, you can start with honey and then go on to the more complex sugars. However, to prevent childhood obesity, it is more advisable to take these sugars in moderate quantities. The next is salt. The babies aged 7 to 12 months need 0.37 grams of salt per day. According to the experts, this criteria is usually met by the breast milk and formulas. So, you need not add any more salt to the baby's meals. Putting more salt in the baby's meals might expose them to too much sodium, which might put a lot of unnecessary strain on the baby's kidneys. Parents should also avoid giving their kids pre-packaged, heavily processed, high-sodium meals like chips, crisps, sausages, and even sauces and stock cubes of some kind, as they can produce hypersomnolarity, which can be a lot of burden for a child's kidney. The next is rice water. Rice drinks should not be used as a replacement for breast milk for the kids under the age of 5. Baby formulas might have a lot of arsenic in them, and rice may absorb all this arsenic. But don't worry if you and your child has already consumed rice puddings or meals. There is no obvious threat, but it is very advisable to change rice drinks to a replacement of any other type of milk. The next is half or uncooked eggs. An infant can consume eggs as early as 6 months. Check to see that there is no DDGS hormones and steroids in it. If not, then it is advisable to cook both the white and the yolk properly. If you're not sure whether the eggs are safe, then it is advisable not to give it to your child. Some kinds of cheeses. Cheese which contains proteins, vitamins, and calcium can be included in a newborn's and children's diet. From the age of 6 months and so on, you can also move to the pasteurized full-fat cheeses. For example, you can also include hard cheeses like cottage cheese, mild cheddar, and cream cheese. It is absolutely essential to read the labels and make sure that the cheese is made out of pasteurized milk, so as to ensure that your child does not get any foodborne illnesses and get sick. Mold-ripened soft cheese, including brie, and soft blue vein cheese should also be avoided in infants and children, as it has a bacterium called Listeria which does not sit well with infants. In the end, it's seafood that you should avoid. Seafood, particularly shellfishes, for example shrimps and lobsters, should not be given to newborns as they may cause allergies. Shellfishes can be given to newborns after they reach an age of 1 or 2 years. Mercury levels are very high in sharks, tuna, and mackerels, so they should be avoided at all costs. When your child is 2 years old, they can start by eating white fishes like cod and flounder, but make sure to test them for hygiene before you give it to your child. In addition to all the things mentioned before, you should not let your babies or children have highly saturated meals like cakes, donuts, and fries, as they contain highly saturable fat, salt, and sugar, which might not be good for their health. I hope you liked this video and found it useful. If you have any suggestions or queries for our experts, you can comment them down below. Please make sure to like and share the video and subscribe to our channel. Keep learning!